Before we start, I just want to tell you guys that the first issue of my comic, Dark Phantom, is available now on Comixology. The link is in the description, and it would mean a lot to me if you checked it out. Been working on it for a long time, and I'm really proud with how it turned out. Thanks, and let's get on with the video. Hey, welcome to Class Act Media. I'm Jack.
I'm Elliot.
And welcome back to Nothing Matters, the show where two white guys with beards talk about a weird movie they just watched, because no one has done that before. Today, we watched Moontrap, Target Earth.
And I want to pause right here. Turn this video off. Watch this movie. You need to see this for yourself, knowing nothing going in.
I only picked it because I thought the title was weird, and I knew nothing about it.
There are moments in this movie that are genuinely hilariously bad. And there are scenes that I genuinely think are very well shot and well acted.
It's a bizarre movie.
It's difficult to classify.
Okay, let's go through our thought process.
Well, let's first I want to mention, this is actually a spin-off to a 1989 movie called Moontrap, directed by the same person, Rob Dyke, I think.
Yeah.
And this movie came out in 2017, so it's a 28-year later, not a direct sequel, apparently, a spin-off. We did not know that it was a previous franchise going in.
But I don't think you need to watch... Maybe that would have cleared up some stuff.
I'd prefer it doesn't.
Yeah.
I like it the way it is. So
our thought process through watching the movie was
let's just do this scene by scene.
The very first scene, we were thrown into it.
It's like this weird dream flashback something with space and crashing and moon and
and we were
it felt like the movie hadn't even started. It's hard to describe. It's bizarre. It's bizarrely paced.
Yeah.
It's bizarrely shot. It almost felt like tonally and based on how immediately it started, it almost felt like it should be like a production company logo.
Yeah.
But it was the beginning of the movie.
It was... So there we were thinking, okay, this is going to be
terrible.
We can't wait.
Because it looked hilariously bad. And then the woman wakes up.
Yeah, it was a dream, obviously.
And she's like, holy crap. I think that was her actual line, which she says 3 times in the movie. And then...
Then that's the scene where her boyfriend is testing out the speech he's going to give to their potential investors, I guess.
All we know is this guy is giving a speech.
Yeah.
In what seems like a dirty warehouse that ends up being
their house?
Apartment or house. It's hard to tell. There's one really bad exposition shot that shows it, but
they're sleeping there.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like a house. It's one big dark room. It's dirty. It's weird.
Yeah. But I guess
revealed
these people are explorers, I guess, archaeologists.
It's revealed he's giving this speech to just his girlfriend, and he's prepping for later on. So they get a call from their friend, who has... So the speech, it's about this giant, statue of a head they found that they think is prehistoric. They get a call from their friend, and he says to tune into CNN that night, and that what he just discovered is going to blow everything else out of the water. And then it's revealed he has found basically...
this white pyramid thing.
Yeah, but more rounded and, thinner than a pyramid.
Yeah.
It's odd. And 2 people approach him. He's like, oh, I thought what did they say? They're like, oh, you probably expected the alphabet people.
Yeah, the alphabet
ABC,
boys.
CNN. Yeah, the alphabet boys. ABC, CNN, whatever.
I was expecting someone else.
Yeah, I know. The alphabet boys.
Alphabet.
ABC, NBC, CNN.
Oh.
And he's like, oh, yeah, I did. And he explains that he sent... I think he uses the phrase taco guys, which is terrible.
Yeah. But when I got closer and I saw what those taco boys were digging up, I made them clear out fast.
But he says he sent the people who actually dug it up home because he realized this would probably be classified, blah, blah, blah. So he's explaining this thing to these 2 people who have come. An older man and a woman probably in her late 30s. And both of them in suits, I think.
Yeah.
and he's describing it, and it's shot really badly. The camera almost gave us motion sickness.
It's shot badly, but like the scene itself it's good exposition.
The acting and the writing, like I was genuinely like, this might actually end up being a good movie.
Like we were thinking, we probably can't even make a video.
We were actually talking about, if this ends up being this good throughout, do we even make this video?
But you see, obviously we're making it now.
And then the woman, as he's like talking about how amazing this discovery is, the woman comes up behind him and kills him. Does she strangle him? Or
it's like
I can't remember.
Yeah.
So she strangles him, and she's like, oh, this, what a goofball. And he immediately like yells at her, like, hey, you should never, never understate the taking of a human life. And then he's like, but it is necessary. And I'm like, oh my god, this is a genuinely interesting villain. Like, we might have something here.
That never comes back into play again.
No.
In fact, he's more than willing to.
Yeah. So now they bring on our main characters to the site.
I think at this point, the worst part is the dialogue of the main girl.
Yeah.
She uses like a lot of weird phrases that I've never heard anyone use before. Like when talking about how the investors are gonna give them lots of money, she says they're gonna be coughing up green.
They're going to be coughing green now that you went with my brilliant suggestions.
And she says that phrase like 2 or 3 times. And I noted this down.
It's not a phrase anybody says, but she says it like 5 times.
About her boyfriend, boyfriend,
I think boyfriend.
She describes him as so irresistibly lickable.
How could they refuse someone so irresistibly lickable?
Which...
Gross.
I don't know what to say about that.
So, the bad guy takes her and her boyfriend to this place.
The place with the giant triangle thing.
To try to figure out what it means, even though he already had an expert there.
Yeah, so he has killed his first expert and brought on 2 new experts. So, like, it doesn't make much sense because the strategy seems to be...
He needed to get the girl...
Tell someone about this, let them tell me things after they learn things, kill them.
Yeah.
But I guess these people have a different skill set.
We don't know what...
Than the Discoverer. Well, we kind of do. Like, they're experts in translating ancient languages.
I guess, yeah.
They come in front of this council.
Yeah.
In this big building.
Who, they let them stand in this foyer, and they, like, stand on the balconies above them.
And we'll get...
It's a nice visual, I guess, but it's bizarre.
Well, it's... And we'll get back to it.
Yeah, we'll get back to it.
So, basically, they say, like, thank you for your help. We'll be depositing large amounts of money into your accounts. We'll take it from here. And our leading man is mostly okay with that. He's very...
Boring.
Yeah, he's very boring. He's down to earth. And he's very, whatever the opposite of outspoken is.
Yeah.
Like, he just doesn't...
He just lets things happen.
He's more submissive. Like, earlier when they were practicing the speech, I think he used a phrase involving, like, we'll try to discover this, and his girlfriend said, like, no, we will, like, change it to we will do this.
Yeah.
She's much more ambitious, I feel like.
Yeah, I think that's what they were going for.
Yeah, and honestly, they did a decent job establishing that.
Yeah.
So she...
So after that,
she's furious. He's fine, but she's really mad. She wants to keep working. They go back to their apartment.
And that's where we meet Eli, baby.
My favorite character in the movie.
Eli.
I love Eli. So, who is Eli?
I don't know.
Good question.
He just shows up.
Beats me.
But
Eli's a guy.
Oh wait, before that happens, there's that inexplicable scene of the woman putting on lipstick.
Oh my god! How did we forget? Yes! Oh my god! So, after the scene, after the scene in the big chamber, there is this bizarre scene of a woman putting on lipstick with one of those, like, kind of round, half Easter egg shaped things, you know what I'm...
Yeah.
Like... She's putting on those. It looks like a makeup commercial, and the soundtrack, which, by the way, I'm just going to note here, the soundtrack of this film is really good.
Yeah, it's good.
Way better than it needed to be. But back to this, The soundtrack makes it sound like a commercial. The way it's shot makes it seem like a commercial.
Like, Elliot was like saying like, this is a commercial. I was like, no, Amazon Prime doesn't do commercials.
I was like, this has to be a commercial. And then we realized the person putting on lipstick. Well, we didn't immediately realize it, but it's the woman from earlier who
killed the guy.
Then we meet Eli, and so it cuts right from this commercial thing to just balloons.
Yeah, Eli is setting up a party. And I'm like,
what is this indie movie weird transition art house like? He's setting up a party.
Just him.
They come in. They're like, oh, it's not good news. Like, oh, well, they kind of disagree. The guy's like, it is good news. Like, we finished the job. They paid us. She's like, no, it's not. This could change human history, and we're being shut out. We don't know why, blah, blah, blah. And then they go to make out behind, like, I guess a set of curtains. No, the projector. Yeah. It was the projector from before, and that's why it looked so weird.
And then Eli,
the doorbell rings.
Wait, no. Knock. Eli pops the champagne, then the doorbell rings, and he says the classic line, "Interview time."
Hey, it's interview time.
And you have to actually show them this scene. Like, cut the video here and show them the scene with audio.
Step for step, beat for beat, what happens.
Yes.
You have to see it to believe it.
So we'll show it here. Because, oh my god, it's amazing.
Crazy kids. Ha! Hey, it's interview time.
Resuming. So then, the woman walks in and unloads an assault rifle into him.
Yeah.
And he dies. And I was...
Elliot was shrieking with laughter.
But I was shrieking with laughter because...
A woman just walked in.
I've just heard the rest
You just remembered the rest of the scene.
But I was also very sad because Eli...
was the best character.
Of all time in any franchise.
Yes.
Including real life.
I agree. So, rest in peace, Eli.
Then, yes.
In the arms of the angel.
She shoots the curtain.
Sees that there. She kind of shoots back there.
She's like, well, my job is done.
Well, better finish the job. She takes out a lighter. She flicks it.
She pulls it. Oh yeah.
It sounds like a blowtorch. It is a normal lighter.
And she lights her cigarette, and then she pours gasoline all over Eli's corpse. Just Eli's corpse, may I add, not the rest of the
She doesn't check on them. They're alive. They're fine. They haven't been hit.
She just douses Eli's corpse and burns it. And she's like,
it is the worst looking effect in maybe the whole movie. It's amazing.
And she's just like...
You have to show that too.
Yeah,
oh my god.
And she's like, that will cover up all evidence of my crime. Cremating the corpse, I guess.
But she doesn't burn down the rest of the apartment. It's so...
She doesn't even check to see if the other two people she was sent to kill are dead.
She just leaves.
Yeah.
So then the next scene, it's night.
Shut the fuck up.
That.
The landline.
Oh, landline?
I still live with my parents and they're in their 60s.
Fair enough.
No one we ever want to talk to calls the landline. It's always scammers.
Yeah, my brother has the old number of our landline, so he still gets those. Why are we talking about this?
We gotta talk about Moontrap.
So the next scene. It is night, and our two protagonists are camping out.
Yeah, they're watching, because the bad guy has called in a couple more experts for this place. And they've dug up. Apparently, they were the only ones to think to dig
up
a little bit
triangle.
Deeper.
It's literally it'd be the fin of a shark. It's a huge spaceship.
Yeah, all they had to do was brush aside some dirt, and they would have discovered.
And you were already on the level of I don't know. He shouldn't have sent the workers home so soon.
Yeah, but near.
Oh, we should actually mention real quick. It is never addressed. Him dying and him having been friends with them. I don't know if they never find out. I don't know if they don't care. It's never addressed. He's never mentioned.
Yeah, Eli's just gone. Rest in peace, Eli. You're too good for this world. So the bad guy is talking.
No, I'm not even talking about Eli though. I'm talking about the guy who got killed. The guy who got strangled.
That guy.
They don't even know. I don't know if they find out.
The movie doesn't care about him, so I just forgot about him.
Exactly.
But like, yeah,
can't
our heroes are like filming this on an iPad or something.
And they're laying in prone right next to each other.
Yeah.
And our villain,
He like looks up and he's like, "I see you. I see
Yeah.
you. You're filming us. Hello."
and at this point, by the way, this guy is talking to a different set of experts
Yes.
about the spaceship. So he's continuing his plan of just like hire expert,
Kill
find
him.
out info, kill expert, which I love.
And then so
They see him.
and then the guy stands
Up and he tells like his girlfriend like stay down.
Yeah, he's
even
like-
though they're right next to each other. I don't
like-
know how you see one and not the other.
He like shows him the iPad. I'm gonna release this to the world, and then behind him,
Well, yeah, no. Then the guy literally says like, "Okay, lock on and execute." He doesn't move. Behind him,
an attack helicopter
with bright lights, still doesn't see the
flies
girl.
up, unloads like an entire
Like 100
clip of
bullets into him.
ammunition into him. No blood, not a
And
single bullet.
she goes, yeah, no blood. And it's like, it's rated R, so I don't, well, I guess just cheap budget. So she, like, rolls him over to try, like, she tries to talk to him.
He's not
and I'm
immediately
like,
dead.
I literally said, I'm like, you idiot, he just got shot 100 times, he's dead.
This man should
He's
be
not.
oatmeal.
He talks to her and she's like, finish the job. Because before, he was like, we finished the job, they paid us, and she's like, no, we didn't, blah, blah, blah. Now he's like, finish the job, closure for his character, whatever. So she flees. It's revealed by the news that she's basically been set up for this murder.
Yeah, she's been framed, which
I guess
also
the
never
apartment-
comes back.
Yeah. I guess the apartment did burn.
Yeah. Even though
and they've said that like Eli and the dude died in that.
Yeah, even though the fire looked very concentrated.
Yeah, it was pretty hilarious.
So
then-
she goes to a diner.
And behind the Eli scene, this is my favorite scene in
Yeah,
the movie.
she goes
Of the bad ones.
She goes to a diner, and the waitress walks up. Is like, "You gotta order something, or you gotta leave." She says, "I'll order coffee." Waitress immediately brings her an ice cream sundae. Says, "We don't have any coffee, and because the fucking water is this."
She cusses him out.
Yeah, she cusses
Her out.
Yeah, she says a lot of. She says "fuck" a lot.
No coffee for you. Well, no coffee, period. Fucking spill by the fucking upstream chem plant contaminated the town's water.
And like, she also says, "You look like you needed ice cream. This one's for free, even though you have to buy something."
To go through the chronological order, she walks over to this woman who sat down. She's like, "You have to buy something here." The woman's like, "Give me a coffee." She brings ice cream. She's like, "We don't have coffee. Our owner's an idiot. By the way, the ice cream's free. So why did you tell her she has to buy something?"
And then
then she literally just looks at her and says, "Snot."
Yeah, she sits down at her booth and says, "Snot."
Doesn't point though, like just
Yeah.
snot. So she,
My wife's her nose. Tears. And it's like,
those won't stop flowing or some stupid.
Snot. Tears.
Can't stop him.
like she just kept. She just mentions things she sees on her face, like teeth, eyes.
It doesn't go that far, but it seems like it. So main woman, what's her name even, by the way?
Scout.
Yeah, Scout. I feel like I never address characters by their names when I talk about these movies. I just say like main character. So Scout talks to the waitress, and the waitress is like, what did she say? She says something like,
She gives her some sort of like. Oh, the thing that she tells her is
she's like, "You look bad," and she's like, "Oh, like my boyfriend, blah blah blah. I loved him a lot."
Yes.
Oh, forget about him. He got murdered this morning.
No. Here's the exact lines. I remember that she says, "Oh, I miss my boy." That wasn't the exact line, but she's like, "I miss my boyfriend," and like my boyfriend's gone, and she's like, "Fuck," and then she's like, "He got murdered this morning." Double fuck.
Life goes on, hon. You'll find another.
He was killed today.
Fuck.
Murdered.
Double fuck.
And then she's like, "I'm getting framed." She's like, "Hey, you can't let the bad guys win." Then she's like, "I hate how our cell phones always track us." Like as a non sequitur. So the Scout puts her phone in the ice cream and leaves.
Yeah.
And we see the
bad guy
strangled
assassin
woman,
lady.
shooting woman. She comes in,
Finds the phone in the
ice cream.
Sunday.
So now we cut to my favorite, my unironically favorite,
Like
my unironically favorite.
The
scene.
goodest scene in the movie.
Good. We both used great sentences there. It is a scene where the main villain is speaking in front of this council, chamber,
I'm
in the
pretty
room
sure-
from before.
Is
Are the
this the part?
Illuminati.
Yeah, this is the part.
Oh my god, we forgot.
We forgot to
Fake news.
Fake news.
There's this weird. I don't know if this movie has a Trumpian agenda, but there's this weird part where, the guy and the girl, the guy says something about like. So this is back in the scene with Eli.
Yeah.
And the guy's like, "Are you really mad? Are you sure you're just not mad that we're not the ones who get the credit?"
Yeah.
She's like, "Do I really seem like the person who'd go to the fake news with this?"
But are you sure you're not pissed off just because we might not be getting credit?
Yeah. That's me, all right. My goal's always been to be interviewed by fake news.
And I'm like,
oh
boy.
But it's like she says fake news, and we assume, oh, she's just saying fake news. That's a thing people say. But then they address the news as fake.
Yeah,
with
she
a
says,
capital
like,
F.
I'm gonna send you. No, yeah. It's when he's filming the scene, right? He's like, I'm gonna send this to fake.
We go public.
Yes!
All right? We tell the world. We give fake that interview.
Like, as if that's a real news station. Fake news is a real news
But
network.
like, it's just so weird. So anyway, adding to the theme of the elite, there's guys in this chamber speaking in front of these people. It's the same place as before.
It's never
and
said.
As he's talking and as they're addressing him in like a very serious way, the camera is just slowly panning back, like zooming back.
And it's a nice shot.
And it's a really nice shot, and the soundtrack is perfect. The way it doesn't focus on the mysterious figures in the crowd, and they just kind of have sullen, sunken faces you can't really make out. And then at the end, they all turn to leave at once and walk out. Like, it's a really well done,
it's a well shot
creepy scene.
And then it immediately snaps.
Immediately, it goes to this horrible scene where the girl has made it in. Our scout has made it inside.
Yeah, somehow. And he asks, "How did you get in here?" And she said she sucked off all the guards.
Yeah.
Which she's lying about, obviously.
But, like, it didn't seem like she was lying. For, like, a long time, it legitimately seemed, or what felt like a long time, it seemed like that was, like, the movie was just going to roll with that. Like, that's actually how she got in.
Yeah.
Instead, it was the strangle girl left for a smoke.
So apparently she's the only security at the Illuminati headquarters is this woman.
Yeah. So he tells her to get on her knees, which is like a weird juxtaposition with the...
He tells her to do that a lot.
Yeah, we'll get back to that. But basically, long story short, he takes her to the site. No! Okay, so here's what happened. He's on FaceTime this whole time.
Yeah. This movie is just so...
one of the science people.
We have to be scatterbrained in order to...
And he's like, what? You saw... Oh no, you saw that whole thing? And I'm like, oh boy, he's going to kill him too. But it turns out this guy has some sort of scanner, alien technology, that when it goes over her, even on the video, for some reason, it's like... It's the equivalent of Anakin Skywalker having the most midi-chlorians.
Yeah.
I hate that I... brought that into this.
You brought real cinema into Moontrap.
Let's not call the fans real cinema. But he's like, okay, my plans for you have changed. He takes her to the site. It's dug up. They're standing on the ship, which has been revealed to be made of material. Earlier, it was revealed it's made of material like more powerful than diamonds. It would take a nuke to break it.
They never said it would take a nuke to break it.
No, he did. He said you would need a nuclear warhead for this.
Really?
But this is
it.
only based on the evidence of someone hitting it with a normal hammer and it not breaking.
Like,
so
not even like a particularly strong hit with the hammer. It's just like tap.
Tap. Wow.
Like imagine if Boeing tested their planes like that. Like tap. This plane's indestructible.
We're good. The guy is standing on the ship, and he gets like the lead villain. It's the lead villain,
he gets
Strangle Girl, and Scout.
He gets a case of the angry villain speeches.
Yeah, he does, doesn't he?
He goes like, "I'm Richard. What's his name?
Yeah,
I'm the best." And then the plane.
It's like Richard Control. Like it's close to Control, but it's not.
And then the ship like eats him alive.
Sucks him in.
Yeah.
And he's like gone, and she's like, whatever. And a big red bionicle comes out.
Yeah, but I don't know how. Like it genuinely could just be the director's kid's bionicle toy.
Yeah, it's weird looking.
And so the bionicle comes out. It like tries to get Scout, but then the assassin woman she like points.
But like
it
likes
it likes Scout. But like the assassin
points a gun,
and then she's like,
she's
know what?
She's kind of looking at what she's doing. Like this isn't gonna work.
Like my boss is dead. I'm just gonna.
She's like, you know what? I'm gonna go for a smoke. She walks
See you
away.
later.
As she's walking away, flips him off.
Robot kills her with lightning eyes.
Yeah, good old lightning eyes. Scout ends up in the ship. I forget how.
I think he
it's
just
just like a
knocks her out and
translation or-
carries her in. I remember there's a scene of the robot carrying.
Yeah, because she wakes up inside and she's next to the villain and he's
Yeah.
alive.
And
And
from this point on, the villain is no longer the villain.
he's the
just
comic relief.
He's a funny
which
sidekick.
is hilarious because he was like,
He was like the evilest guy in the
this
world.
is the guy I was talking about who was like talking about like don't like taking a human life lightly. Like there was potential here.
And now he's just the funny sidekick.
And I should mention, there's also been all these shots of like the future and the past and weird. There's been lots of weird flashback and dream sequences too. In fact, after we forgot to mention this was one of the funniest parts. After Scout's boyfriend gets killed, she wakes up, but it wasn't a dream. This is a flashback to her waking up from an earlier dream at his side.
So we
It's
just
so needlessly convoluted.
yes.
We're like, is he alive? Is he dead? And then it cuts to the forward and she's in a truck and we're like, oh, is that him driving her? No, it's some random guy we never see again. I don't know who he is. I don't know what his role is.
What I don't know what the fuck just happened.
So
there.
lots of weird flashes happen.
So anyway, they're in space.
They're in the ship.
They're in the ship.
And
And
Red Robot,
the red robot gives her
a red dress
red-
that she has been wearing in the flashbacks.
Oh, yeah, by the way, there's a weird flashback, another weird like dream sequence where she's like naked on the moon looking at the robot.
Yeah.
Who
and
knows
she
what
bows
that was
down before
about?
this person who will talk about him
Who
later.
knows what that was about?
Well, no, we know now.
I mean, I don't know why they put that in the movie, but I know what it means.
I don't know why she's... Well... Okay, moving on.
Moving on.
So the old guy's immediately like, you have to undress. And she's like, what? Why are you...
Why are you
What?
tell-
Why should I listen to you? Like, why should I...
And the
whatever.
robot like hands her like, get naked! Bitch, you need to get naked.
So she just like strips.
Yeah.
And, like,
it's not in focus.
She's on camera the whole time and it's not in focus. So I don't know if the actress is just like,
So like, yeah, it's
not
a
gonna
weird
do this.
It's a weird
for
thing, like
Moontrap.
I mean, I guess like good for you. Not for Moontrap, honey.
But he's like avoiding looking at her, blah blah blah. But then he's like, "You forgot the socks." And
How
she's
did
like,
he know?
"Please don't help me with this."
What?
Socks, don't forget your socks.
Stop helping me.
So she's in the red dress now. They land on the moon.
And this is where things get weird.
Yeah. This is where things get weird.
I don't even know how to describe what happens on the moon.
A blue robot.
Oh, evil blue robot.
Well, we don't know that yet.
Okay.
Well, I guess we kind of do. Blue robot climbs up out of the moon. Starts very, very, like, painfully slowly. Like, second grade claymation project slowly.
Yeah.
Walking towards the ship. The villain grabs Scout. The red robot grabs the villain by the throat and, like, is about to kill him. She's like, no, don't do it. He's like, oh my god, you saved me. Like, why would you do this? You said you wanted to kill me. She's like, maybe I'm just a good person. Or maybe I want to do it myself. Blah, blah, blah. He's like, well, whatever. Like, we're on the same team now. Like, go out there and... Because she's getting into a space shoot. Her and the robot are going to go on the moon.
Space suit. You said space shoot.
Oh. Space
What a
suit.
hilarious Elliot flub.
Yes.
Classic.
Indeed.
So, yeah, she puts on the spacesuit, goes out, and then...
Well, first, but he's all like, we're in this together.
And then immediately...
We're go out there and do it first. And it seems like he's being earnest. And then immediately he's like...
he steals
So
the ship.
she's got the spacesuit
Yeah.
on and she mouths like F you. Like he goes way up and then he
up,
can't control it, then he goes way back down,
immediately
crashes.
That's
and
the
it
last
like
we see.
immediately breaks into dozens of pieces after they're like, it would take a nuke to break this thing based on their hammer test.
And that's the last we see of this man. Well,
Kind of.
we'll get to that.
So now, red robot fights blue robot. It's like Rock'em Sock'em. Red robot
Kills
after losing, like clearly in the process of losing, having taken a lot of hits, rips the face off.
Yeah.
Blue robot's like facing away like this, like whatever.
Oh, my face. My poor robot face.
Red robot, dying wish, gives Scout this crystal thing that she is supposed to put into the head of a statue that looks like the one that her and her boyfriend were talking about in the presentation at the very beginning.
Yeah, it's on the moon.
So she does. And the moon...
It grows into a giant gazebo, and then
the whole moon becomes
Earth.
an Earth-esque planet.
It terraforms.
And then again, there's a scene I genuinely love. Like the way they set this up.
Love is a strong word.
Okay, sure. But there are choices made by the filmmakers that are clearly intentional, that clearly show they knew what they were doing.
Yes.
And yet in other ways knew nothing. It's bizarre. They cut all sound. It's completely silent except for the sound of her taking off her space helmet and then the air releasing. And it's silent and it's this really cool scene and it's her looking up at the Earth. Like, it's actually awesome. And then immediately she walks towards this temple.
I
and
call
she
it the
sees
moon gazebo.
She walks to the moon gazebo. And in the moon gazebo, she sees a man. The man from the image earlier where she's naked and walks up to him. And he is kind of like...
the moon god? The moon king?
Yeah, it turns out he's moon god. And
Sure.
she's reading up on all of this. She's... The girl who she sees in her... She sees this woman in her flashbacks. That is basically her.
Yeah, moon
It
goddess,
goes
I
with
guess.
same outfit. She's basically like, years ago we went to Earth because the moon god needed time to save this planet. I was supposed to bring stuff back, blah, blah, blah. I failed, so I'm sending you. I don't know why, if they had the power to terraform the moon that they did.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense, but he's
If
the
you
moon
think
god.
about it for more
He's
than
the moon
a
god.
second, it makes no sense.
He's the moon god. Just
Yeah.
don't think about it. He's the moon god. Out of nowhere.
For
and this
no reason.
Genuinely, like, we jumped.
This
and
is
I
a
don't
jump scare.
I watch horror movies. I love horror movies. I don't jump at much. Jump scares don't get me. I jumped.
This was scary.
Guy screams, "Get on your knees!" It's the blue robot. He has the face
Yeah.
of the old guy.
He ripped his face off.
Or he's just imitating it. Like, I don't know.
I think he ripped his face off.
I genuinely have no idea, but it's terrifying. She is now fighting the blue robot with the face of the old man. And
like,
what the hell?
She manages to
What the
blind
hell?
it. So like she
She-
blinds the robot and then
Yeah.
she tricks it into the door by saying,
She tricks
"I'm
it
on
in-
my knees."
yeah, like she turns around and like it's trying to follow her out, so she goes back in and it's following her back in. She's like, "I'm on my knees," and it's like, "Ooh." Basically rancors it.
I'm
like,
so excited for her to be on her knees.
Yeah, she Return of the Jedi's it.
Yeah. Runs over, crushes
Chop.
it in the door.
Head comes off.
By the way, it screams bloody murder.
It's a disturbing scene. Why does it have his face? I don't know. Is it a metaphor?
It's a metaphor
Is he
for...
the modern day equivalent of the blue robot the same way she... What even are the robots? Who created them?
Who are the
Is
robots?
she the equivalent
Wait,
of the
okay,
girl?
wait.
And he's the robot, and
The-
Moon God is still Moon God.
Wait. The moon goddess was wearing red. The moon
Moon is
god was
Earth.
wearing blue.
Earth is moon.
Wait, I'm sorry. The moon goddess was wearing red. Moon god was wearing blue. There's a red robot and a blue robot. Is the moon god really evil?
Dun, dun, dun! What is this movie?
And then she like goes back to the ship, puts on the red dress, and goes into like...
And comes back.
Yeah, she goes back and then puts herself into like cryo sleep next to the moon god.
And then they both like sacred ascend something. And then there's
think
writing.
that's-
There's writing on the
yeah.
wall that says like,
Don't screw
"Don't
this
screw
up.
this up." Dash Scout, and then it ends. It's a wondrous mess.
I think we found something to contend with Millionaire Dog.
I love this in a different way
Yes.
from Millionaire Dog, but it is Spider-Maning that wall just like Millionaire Dog.
If you don't get
nowhere
that
near Jack's face, if you don't get what we're talking about.
You should watch our last Nothing Matters
On
episode on...
Monkey-
I've already forgotten what it's
Monkey
called. Monkey
Up.
Up.
I keep thinking it's Monkey Down or Monkey Do, but it's Monkey Up.
Monkey Up.
Spider-Man.
Yeah.
It's Millionaire Dog, and it's Moontrap something or other.
Target Earth.
Moontrap Target Earth. Maybe later we will watch the original Moontrap.
Maybe.
Because even if it's bad, even if it's good, I should say, the way it relates to the... Like, it could be interesting. But for now, we leave you with this. Even though we have just told you everything that happens in this movie, go watch it.
Yes.
Because, my God, it is glorious.
It needs to be experienced.
And if for some reason, make sure you put it like extra, give them time at the beginning of the video. When I say like turn this off and watch the movie first, give big red letters because
Yeah.
I would hate to rob someone who wants to see this of that experience.
It's a treat.
It's a treat.
Like, grab some friends, get ready, and just prepare yourself for a surreal experience.
And we're sober, but I feel like watching this drunk. Crazy.
I don't drink, but I feel like I am drunk from watching this.
Exactly.
I think we said all we need to say about Moontrap.
I agree. Please watch this movie.
See you next time, guys.
I will immediately fulfill your wishes.
You do realize you're not getting out of here alive, don't you, dear?
Kind of figured that.